again, there's so much history about this match in particular, and the panel already talked about it a little bit earlier. If you're Yellow Submarine, you are looking to prove yourself here. You're pissed off. The other thing that I think, I don't know if the panel mentioned, but they got to watch a lot of Yellow Submarine's matches going into that other play-in stage. So now it's sort of on the other foot, where now Yellow Submarine have had a chance to watch a lot of Just Era's matchups, and they're going to come in with their own ideas. And you know, the panel seemed to agree at the very least that they liked this Yellow Submarine draft. So you kind of feeling the same way about it?
Yeah, I think it's very good heroes for the meta. There's no doubt, just like very familiar faces and a little bit of like regional speciality for sure with the Disruptor too. But if you look back on all the games from Yellow Submarine, this is definitely their comfort zone. They have they've opted for several of these heroes for the group stage, especially that IO, which I would say they probably value the highest across the whole board.
The battle begins.
Well, very highly valued across the region, and feeling like a pretty good start here as they're able to sneak away that bounty rune. So bad taking it. Miposhka giving him a little couple more punches on the backside as they head out of there. Curious if they're going to stick with this sort of 3 heroes up top or not. There's definitely some potential for it, since it's just the Abba down bottom.
Yeah, this looks pretty good, right? I mean, you want the eye with the Slardar for sure, right? That's a great goal to try and have. And then Disruptor's only going to move if needed down bottom, and that won't happen for at least a couple levels.
Yeah, Zayac is already moving down here, level 4, with the Burrow Strike. Not sure what he was checking out for down there, but he won't find much. And so it is like a Sand King position 4 against Disruptor. This could be a little bit scary. There's a lot of damage potential, particularly once they get level 2 on solo.
Right, exactly, and actually be able to freeze them up after the burrow.
Just gonna spam out some more of these chilling touches consistently and try and do whatever they can. And it's kind of this awkward 2v2 and then 1v1 on the top side between Collapse and Ramzes.
Yeah, that's good for 404 because it means Ramzes is just getting like some 1v1 time, not being harassed, but at the same time it's a Slardar, so you're not like winning in that trade, but at the very least you're not being pressured by the supports at the same time, because this is a lot of damage over time in this lane from Yellow Submarine, which is obviously something that Faceless Void is not very good versus. You see a little time walk used there, that's once every 24 seconds at the beginning for that little amount of damage.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we talk about Disruptor being sort of a garbage laner, not really the greatest on the Faceless Void. So bad able to get the jump away there with the tether. And that does mean this pull is going to sort of complete. Ramzes comes on in to secure the last couple last hits, but this wave is in a really good position. Anything we should really be watching out for in the other lanes at all? I mean, I know this is where all the action's going on at, but...
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be all top. I mean, maybe it's just Monkey versus the Void Spirit. SumaiL off to a pretty good start here, but overall, should be fairly expected. Things will get better for the Void Spirit as the level starts stacking up, get some physical damage resistance, as well as the Remnant to maybe help control any aggression from SumaiL.
Has been killed.
So not too shocking there. And then bottom's just going to be a pretty big snooze fest.
Yeah, a snooze fest that does appear to be, at least for the moment, going relatively even. Sven already has his bracer up. Abba taking the Orb of Venom and then putting more points into that Curse after taking the Aphotic Shield. So we'll see if he's able to sort of do some pressure here. It looks kind of like an annoying lane now that he's got level 3 on no one.
Yeah, I thought the second point was interesting in the Aphotic Shield.
Oh, barely getting out of there, and he was using his TP at the same time, and now Solo trying to turn on Miposhka, but he's got a Fairy Fire. Solo's gonna die too.
Oh. That headdress is doing so much work with how much they're battling here as the eye on the Disruptor. Oh, the value. I wonder if they're going to notice this courier too. I think he sees it.
No.
Yeah, whoopsie.
Damn, dude. That's a lot of pain in the last couple minutes up top.
And the fact, as you mentioned, that he TP'd too.
Right.
Zayac actually walked back for his boots. He's like, yeah, okay, I gotta hurry this along, and I don't want to risk my courier.
This is more time where, yeah, Ramzes is sort of farming here, but he's not feeling great about it. Look at how much pressure they're just putting on. Like you said, the headdress means you can trade so much more effectively. And a huge wave pushing in. Ramzes is going to need to find something else. Only 12 last hits so far, as they did get the stack on this hard camp and then also the pull off.
IO has lost like some value in various ways over the years. Oh well, as I'm saying all this, yeah, he's good. But I think this is where the hero really shines now, is these little dual aggressive lanes like this, where you can just abuse the region even more. It reminds me of like the Chen when we first started really seeing the Divine Favor abuse. Now I feel like it's more about the creeps for Chen, but IO is still all about this HP train and the trading just always going in your favor.
It's so annoying to play against, and it feels like you can take these heroes, again, Disruptor, that you don't normally imagine as like lane bullies, and kind of make them work that way, just trading constantly.
Just like 50 attack speed, IO, bonus HP regen, just at level 1. It's so good.
Really crazy. Well, Disruptor has made the rotation down bottom, and oh, is miposhka gonna get the courier kill? Not quite in range, and with the aphotic shield laid on, miposhka is going to be able to dodge away from no one. But now we've swapped up these lanes a lot, and Slardar and IO are solo up top.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to rotate down from miposhka. The level 5 on the Ava, just a time where you could see the punish being there, like level 3 in the shield as well as the curse. I could see how that would be sort of unfightable for the Sven and just going to slow down your farm way too much.
Mid lane, a little bit of damage there onto the Void Spirit, who is a bit behind SumaiL right now. SumaiL gained his level 6 before TORONTOTOKYO. And Crush, chase down, solo, lots of damage up top. They get the finish. Ramzes trying to turn this back around with Zayac making the rotation, but when you rotate a hero out, you're still getting kills.
Oh, Zayac. Oh, who's got the ping here? SumaiL or Zayac, my friend?
I know.
Come on now.
Oh,
he's just getting warmed up, guys, you know.
Dude, they get the D ward.
It's only like, what, 9 p.m. for him? This is an early game. You know, these guys, they're up to like 3, 4 in the morning. So he's waking up, probably still getting coffee into him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Burrow strike hit. He's woke up now. So bad though. Still backing out of here. Able to heal with all the overcharge. I mean, Collapse is beating the crap out of Zayac. Crush dead.
Yeah, he wants some more.
Middle
The tether
tower
back.
is under attack.
Oh my god, you thought about going on solo so bad. It's like, please, just give me a second to reach it.
Oh, meanwhile, mid lane, SumaiL.
Ooh, another one. Yellow Submarine came to play today. 5-0, 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 5-0 here, guys. I was not expecting that when I looked up top, but yeah, still deathless on the side of Yellow Submarine. Very impressive stuff so far.
Dire's middle
And think about how
tower
close
is
they were
under
to those
attack.
kills up top with like the fairy fire and everything, and how that could have helped with that lane, and it just sort of spiraled from there with the TPing Sand King being so slow to return. Zayac is still level 2.5 right now. Sand King, not a 4 we see too often anymore, but it's also quite greedy.
And SumaiL's going to take the walk back. That was a classic Disruptor.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn. It's like, yeah, it's fine. I'll get this lane for a second. Everything will be okay. Top. Ramzes is forced back now. You know, Slardar seems like a good hero, Trent.
Yeah, it turns out. There's a lot of heroes that really don't want to lane versus them. And I will say, the IO, like, don't just go into your pubs expecting your game to look like this. You guys pick Slardar. You need the IO if you really want to bully the hell out of people like this, because that's where you're a true beast. The synergy is out of this world. They have so many layers of synergy, it's ridiculous. You got, like, the move speed sharing from the bonus that Slardar gets. You got attack speed bonus in the very early lane where all your damage is stacked on the bash.
Radiant's bottom
And then there's
tower
HP
is under
regen for
attack.
total diving. Then the Axe comes out later. Like,
Dire's top
it
tower
never
is
stops.
under
It's
attack.
full game synergy happening.
Radiant structures are
It's terrifying. And now they're just going to take
Radiant's
this
bottom
tower up top.
is under attack.
Misses
Dire's
the
top
last hit.
tower
That's
has
fine.
fallen.
These things happen. And in the meantime, Solo is going to be left alone down here while they try and rotate everybody else bottom. But TORONTOTOKYO in the area. miposhka there as well. Misses the kinetic field. And see if he goes a little bit too deep. Ramzes doesn't have 6 yet, but he doesn't have the Mask of Madness. He's getting really close. Should get it off of this creep wave here.
Yeah, this is really awkward. I'll have Chrono soon.
I'm coming.
Just you wait.
Dude, if he misses it off of this. Oh my god, he didn't get 6. No.
13 XP shy. Zayac's not able to move away in time, it feels like. All right, now SumaiL's tier 2 with an invis.
Dude,
We're
they're
gonna
all
fake back here or something?
Yeah. Like the anti-timing.
Meanwhile, Solo's
Dire
under his tier
are
2 up
scanning.
top and very afraid, as he should be.
Just freaking dead. They're gonna bring in heroes to try and save him. No one
His
shows
bash
up.
is prepped again here.
Yeah, they can't do it. Oh god. All right, Ramzes, Chrono, and Mask of Madness. miposhka's nearby, has 2 points up.
Oh, here we go.
Gonna drop that Chrono, tries to turn, see if he can get the kill. SumaiL, he walked into the Chrono. Not sure if it's gonna matter though. Yes, it definitely did matter there. As they were almost able to turn that back around. TORONTOTOKYO won't be able to get the return kill on it.
I don't think they could have killed him anyway. I don't think it really mattered.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It would have been nice if they could find a better way to do it though, for sure, where like he could have maybe hitting at least one of them from outside the Chrono.
Tower has fallen.
Right. That's fair. More like timed that boundless strike with the ending of it or something.
Yeah, they'll take it though. Get their kill, get their tower. I would say, with how Ramzes' game started, I'd be pretty pleased with what he's gotten down here. They had to sacrifice a lot of their other heroes because they basically gave him like all the camps, all the lane, and the tower, with everyone else just kind of running away from that part of the map. But it's okay.
All right. Well, I think that we've kind of seen the way that these games tend to go at this point as well, where, you know, after you give all that space away, it looks like Radiant are going to try and control this area of the jungle. They've gotten a couple of D wards and a really nice
relocating
down. Oh, okay, down bottom. Ramzes pulls him back in. Come on over here, buddy. Does only have 2 points up in the time walk, and it won't be up in time.
Now,
get out.
This is a fun conundrum. This is the best kind of problem to have as a Slardar in a game like this, is what to buy. He had the Blink and the Mask Madness queued up, but now you're buying a Blink at 10 minutes. I will say, because he's the IO, I think this is okay. But like sometimes you find yourself in a game where you buy the 10-minute Blink and none of the other allies want to fight, right?
Right.
Where they're like, well, yeah, that's cool and all, but I'm not strong enough to die with you. I know you're like a total monster, but because he's the Void Spirit in this game, I think this Blink Dagger is perfect.
I wonder if they even need to relocate with it. Like, part of me is wondering if you just, like, with that overcharge, if he just blinks on somebody, then tether overcharge, they might just die.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do. That's the way to go about it.
That's crazy. So much damage.
I'm sure he must have at least thought about a Midas, though. Like, he could have had it so fast.
Big smoke up. miposhka gonna break it. They spot him. Has level 6. Immediately drops it. Come into my cage, everybody. So they're gonna go for the silence. He's down one. SumaiL is gonna be there. They're gonna walk away for the moment. Ice Blast afterwards. Going to land on TORONTOTOKYO. They try and back out, but Clap shows up. Gonna start beating up Solo. Takes him down. Now turns on to no one. Can SumaiL get anything here? He's not gonna be able to. So no one's gonna be chased down and killed, and SumaiL just tries to get out. That was not the smoke they wanted.
Yeah, they don't have any more vision down here, so they won't chase any further, but a bit too deep in this case. No damage on the tower or anything either. They just went in for the kills and were punished hard. Great ultimate there from miposhka. He's got the key optic too. Great idea on Disruptor. You think that was great cast rate, but it's just nice for all the other abilities.
Helps with everything, absolutely. Getting the placement down.
Is that a glimpse? Bye. Gotta think where you're going.
It's the most annoying thing.
You know, he has a gem for it or whatever that you can get, eh? That's one of my favorite ones. Enemies fountain glimpsed. Oh.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah. You get miposhka's like level 17 Dota Plus, doesn't have the relics. Come on, miposhka.
That's messed up.
Could be farming points right now. They're coming in exact same spot. This is not deja vu. It's happening again.
And miposhka's there yet again. And he's the one to interrupt them. Won't drop the static storm is on cooldown, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I feel like we saw that before.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They timed it. They knew that he only had, 3 more seconds.
Right.
This is the high-level execution of a Division 1 team. They get the stopwatches going, so that's hey, that's gonna work out. Get the bonus attack speed on the tower. Everyone's just here. They're brute forcing things with Chrono, just like the bottom lane, and they will take it.
And there isn't really another objective gain on the rest of the map, but it feels like Yellow Submarine are just waiting for that next tier of items before they want to make some type of a play.
Yeah, they want the contribution from yatoro, where they can just say, okay, Void is good. Slardar, it's good. We can both jump into the fight and start things, but right now our Sven doesn't actually offer that much compared to his gold. Whereas once he has like the next item, he's gonna like double in value.
Harm unseen.
Quite literally, I guess, when it's an Echo Saber, because the double swing and whatnot.
Double. I love to see it. He's getting the magic wand all the way though first, so. I kind of love that that's the queue up here with the items that he already has. It's like, I'm gonna finish off my wand.
Well, some things are important,
True. The Slardar is so enormous. They have a sentry. They have dust. Gonna pop it. Burrow tries to walk away. Oh my god, Io's beating the crap out of Zayac. Get out of there now! They dove him in too deep. They're gonna be punished. Now Collapse needs to get out of here. Crush to try and run. Does have a blink dagger as he jukes. They try and dive. Gets away from there. Will it happen in time? No, he can't get out. They're punished.
That was well worth all the rotations. That was desperately needed. And you know, they actually have pretty good ways to punish him if that happens again, because they have the 4 points in cold feed right now from Solo. So if he ever gets chronoed, you know he's getting chain CC'd. Comes back there. Will drive SumaiL away from that gank.
I mean, no Slardar, but still a lot of heroes. Stun is there. Ice Blast coming out again. Miposhka going to get bopped. And he has Static Storm, but can't get it off because of the Ice Blast. Now Burrow Strike, trying to make something else happen here. Can they blow up TORONTOTOKYO? Yes.
They're doing a
big kill.
Yeah, great job of forcing this aggression in perfect moments. Like when they're missing that Slardar and they know he won't beat X. He's such a strong hero for the side of Yellow Submarine right now. So when he's down, they don't just like waste anything. I mean, they don't have chrono, and yet you still see them diving in that mid lane, right? That's kind of stuff they need right now on the side of 404.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. Like you don't normally see a team lose 3 lanes and then like start winning a couple fights, but they're taking advantage of these moments where Yellow Submarine are overextending or you know, just not all alive because of an earlier overextension.
And in classic Dota fashion, once you feel like you're really winning and then a few things go poorly, you just go Roche. You're like, oh man, I feel like we're a lot stronger than these guys right now. It's like, oh okay, well why don't we just go Roche? I want to make sure we don't lose any fights or anything like that. That sounds like a good idea, guys.
I mean, there's another classic Dota fashion afterwards, which is get Aegis and do immediately losing it. We'll see if that's true or not, but... Oh god.
Yeah, there's no Wukongs. Oh, the blink is just finished by Zayac too. That's a nice recovery considering his start, but great timing from Yellow Submarine to take that down first, because that could have at least amounted to something for them. Solo does not have a lot of faith in this tower survival. Drops the off sentry directly under it.
Yeah, he knew.
Oh, likewise, so did miposhka though. Spots that off sentry there by dropping his own down.
It will be taken out afterwards, so they're gonna have to replace some sentries down. Yeah, this sort of wall of vision that they've created on Just Air,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
kind of
attack.
trying to protect the avenues into their triangle is what it feels like.
Yeah, it's like the Slardar detection system. Oh, another obs down.
That blink ready to go. Gotta be careful about their movements here. They have a DD on TORONTOTOKYO. Do you think they want to fight into this, or is Chrono too scary?
No, they don't fight. Maybe just so always fight Chrono.
Well, that did not last long.
No. Nice blink.
And they're gonna pop the glyph now and use the counter glyph. Keep the creeps alive, accountable alive for a little bit longer. Boundless strike afterwards. Glimpse away. No more. No one. Jump forward. Crush. And that's gonna be solo done. Does get the ice blast off first. Can't quite catch there on the Aether Remnant. That would have been a big connection on the SumaiL, but they're gonna get this tier 2 tower pre-20 minutes.
Well, I hope these guys can pick up a keyboard sponsor or something from their tweets, because I feel like something's going to get smashed for the end of this game with these glimpses. It's just so frustrating when you're trying to coordinate things and someone's coming through and they're just gone.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit their own fault. It seems like they're just like falling into the hands of miposhka, but trying to defend towers is not going to work when you just so blatantly have someone who's just not going to be available.
Right. I mean, I think that it's one of those things where Disruptor is still making a bit of a comeback right now, and maybe teams, you know, you sort of get one of those where you forget it in the game, or it happens in the other lane and you're not really like paying the most attention because you're focused on your lane, and then no one gets caught out. And
yeah,
it's happening to different people each time.
How long has Mirana existed, and yet almost every pro game, everyone still gets one where the Moonlight Shadow lets someone out, and then everyone buys dust like, oh yeah, right.
Another D ward here. Really been a battle of wards. I feel like I've seen a bunch of takeaways by SoBad and Solo.
Yeah, the map's been fairly dark, and I mean, we have vision heroes on both sides. We have the Monkey King on the Dire, and we have the Slardar to help out on the Radiant side there, probably to track people. So at least we'll have a little bit of hero help happening.
Sven Getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter. I believe that he has almost all of the components done. He's just
that's a bold place to put your courier with 1,000 gold to go. Is that just me?
On that high ground?
Yeah, just like lurking next to the secret shop there.
It's a little crazy. Those are two very stacked up couriers with him and the Void Spirit.
Oh yeah, you guys are wild, man.
But moving into the jungle. No one spots out collapse. Zayac has the blink. And I'm curious if we're going to see one of Just Air head up there to try and take that outpost. Since we're getting pretty close to that 20-minute marker, if they're just going to let it go.
Oh yeah, true. I feel like they could smoke for it, but it looks like Yellow Submarine have the same thing in mind. And they have good vision too, but the Aegis will still be up for another minute. I think you just gotta accept it. Looks like they're not gonna go for it anyway.
They see so bad in the area. I mean,
now they're kind of coming at like the worst time.
This is a little bit weird. Okay. Collapse.
All right, if everyone jumps on it, they could have turned it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But yeah, they're all a little bit too far away. So 350 XP each for the Radiant and none for the Dire. And then Aghanim's done for Void Spirit, and then Aghanim's done for Sven. Wow, is this what they mean by timings?
So
this looks like a Division 1 team to me.
Dude, they're doing it. They almost have a BKB on collapse. Look at all those squiggles down bottom. They're like, we're not giving this area up. Collapse, Aegis, 20 seconds away from expiring. Oh, he's got to be careful. But likewise, if Just Air try and force the fight before that Aegis is raided, but reclaimed. 13. Oh, they're waiting on that timing. Collapse, hanging out. He is in dangerous waters, fishy man. 3, 2, 1.
They have relocate save though. They're trying to bait this.
Oh, they jump in right on top of the relocate. Is gonna be enough. Collapse does get brought down, and now Ramzes chops the BKB. They're able to turn this back around as yatoro in a ton of trouble. The Aegis expired. The burn strike.
Oh, that was so good.
And so bad is gonna get caught as well. Just Air waited for that perfect time.
Yeah, and they outbrained them because they thought they would just panic Chrono, and that's why the Eye was positioned like that, because they were waiting for like, okay, they're gonna Chrono initiate, and then we'll just we'll go for the save, right? But then they just do like small initiations, and so you don't really want to relocate out or go for that play. Because now if you come in, now you're gonna get chronoed, right? Unless you have the timing like perfect or something. So really well done.
And that IO getting, or rather the healing being stopped by that A blast just connecting onto Slardar, and then everything fell apart. Great BKB reveal for Ramzes. Mask of Madness into BKB. He knew what type of game this was going to be. Trent, I mean, it feels like Just Air are like sort of outplaying them a little bit on Yellow Submarine, but Yellow Submarine still feels very strong.
Yeah, I would say game-wise, it's been very even the whole time. And in this case, that fight just goes the way of 404. They had the right positioning, looked nice, but I think Yellow Submarine has also just had some pretty solid positioning throughout this game too. That could even be attributed just to the vision battle too. Talk about all these D wards happening, and Team Arrow just had better positioning. They had the vision of the Monkey King to help out. It's kind of stuff that always starts deciding these games, right? Is just who gets the vision, who gets that first jump is just so crucial.
Absolutely. And well, now they're going to move up top again on the side of 404.
Radiant are scanning.
As they are not going to run into that scan quite yet, as they will just now turn red on it. So Yellow Submarine realized they're in the area, and now a counter smoke coming out. Okay. Sven wasn't in that one though. He's a little ways away, and he's running away from them. So they're not going to have Sven in this fight, but it might not matter as they jump in right at the start, going to try and beat the crap out of Ramzes. Starts to get beat down, still holds on to that chrono and the back. And Burrow Strike going to miss so bad, gets the relocate out of there. Things looking really weird, but now yatoro shows up. Does have, well, there's no more BKB on Faceless Void. They got to run. Yeah, Stun's going to be there, and they're going to catch Sand King and kill him.
Again, Ramzes, though, he holds that chrono, couldn't catch the IO inside, so at the very least, they're not wasting that. It does give them options to reinitiate the fights. At the same time, though, yatoro not panicking and popping the God Strength. They get the kill. without it, thanks to the initiation there from TORONTOTOKYO on the Agnum's Void Spirit. So now both teams kind of playing chicken, it feels like, with these big ultis.
Yeah, and I think both teams also have the ability to get a ton done without using them. Like, these fights can sort of marinate a little bit while everything sort of works itself out, and then we'll have that final big ulti come out at the end.
Dire's bottom tower
I
is
guess
under
that's just
attack.
sort of the strength of having like a Sand
Dire's
King and a
structures
Slardar in
are
the game.
fortified.
Well, the Mask of Madness bros down bottom will attack this tower. Force a response here. Can they get much?
Oh, wait, Chrono gonna land solo on yatoro with the A blast afterwards. Everybody caught there in the silence. It's a ton of damage out on all of the Dire, but can they kill him in time? SumaiL goes down. Now Collapse tries to back out of there with no more IO friends. Taro is gonna need to make up a lot of this damage. The crush and the beatdown is there. Taro, big hit, stunned for a while, but I think they have enough to run the rest of them down here. Solo's in
Dire's bottom
trouble.
tower is under attack.
TORONTOTOKYO makes it after the jigs up. Indeed.
Radiant's top tower
All that
is
from
under
just poking
attack.
away to tier 1.
Dire's bottom
And that
tower
was what you
has
were holding the
fallen.
whole time with the Chrono, right? Was for a fight like that. And
Dire's bottom
it started
tower
out
is
pretty
under
good,
attack.
but I think just the combination of the Stack Storm and the Void Spirit right there, they just went right through them with the damage.
Yeah, that was 3,800 damage dealt by the Void Spirit in that full round. Double Astral Step, double Resonant Post, I think onto 3 heroes each.
Yeah, they got just like nuked down. I thought it was the Sven at first when I saw how much their HP was flying away there, but I believe that was all TORONTOTOKYO.
Now back for another Roche. Aegis Chi's gonna be there. Ice Blast is coming in, but yet again, is there a little bit too late.
At the very least, it's a Cheese versus AA, so perhaps some lost value, but yeah, you're in a rough spot right now. You know, we're looking for the silver linings here if you're on Team Error. Not expecting a comeback like the last series. I don't think they got the Leshrac to make it happen.
It's true, yeah. That was so crazy.
You got to fight your way to this one, but they do have the heroes for that. They still have some pretty big combos. They have the Chronosphere plus the AA, which is a different sort of comeback mechanism simply because it can just sort of kill anything. It's because of the way that it works, like the HP reduction and everything, and of course just a ridiculously long chain CC you're gonna have. But that all counts on the IO not being there to help out.
Yeah, and people not like overextending and stuff too.
Oh,
This
bottom?
is a nice pickup here though. Wait, the relocate immediately they jump away.
Yeah, nice. Because he didn't have the Aegis or the Cheese, so that's very tempting. But once
Damn.
that comes through, it's just like, yeah, no thanks.
And they know Zayac's in the area, but they don't have. Oh, there's the detection. And Glimpse pulls him back in. Skyheads is going to be brought down. So they waited until somebody could come in with the dust.
To see you
Some of the
die.
cooldown talent taken as well. Yeah, I know what you mean about like having to sort of fight their way back into it, but
Agents of the
we've seen
void.
pretty good like lack of over exuberance. What's the word for that? Just exuberance? No, that's not it either.
Patience?
Patience, that's the one.
Lack
It's
of
not a-
over exuberance. You writing an essay here, man? You trying to up the word count?
Kind of, yeah, 2.1 font
Dire's
exactly,
bottom tower is
or
under
whatever it is.
attack.
You're spacing. No, it's like I just, they've been patient. Yeah, it's on my
Dire's
vocabulary.
structures
Get out of here,
are
Trent.
fortified.
Don't
I understand. It's okay. Yes, patience. That I would say they've been fairly patient so far for Yellow Submarine. Yeah, they've looked pretty good, just like waiting for their nice moments. And now they have a Daedalus Sven, which
Radiant's
is
top tower
considered a
is
nice
under
moment when you're
attack.
level 20 and minus 5 seconds Stormhammer cooldown.
Yeah, totally. No, it's and that to me is the big thing. Is it feels like 404's
Radiant
wins
structures
in this
are
game have been
fortified.
based upon Yellow Submarine overextending with like collapse
Radiant's
and
top
stuff, like
tower
down there
is
in that
under
bottom
attack.
fight. That was like one of their best fights that they won. And it was around
Radiant's
like
top
outplaying
tower
that
is
Aegis
fallen.
timing. It's so bad. They get him caught very quickly, trying to give a high five before they find the kill. Daedalus
See,
done.
They know
Dire's
Zayac.
bottom
He
tower
lives
is
in the
under
trees.
attack.
He's a tree ant
Yeah.
player. He's a techies player. He lurks. He pushes waves. It's probably what he's best at. at least compared to a lot of his fellow players in the
Dire's
same role.
bottom tower has fallen.
And it's very good in these situations because it's kind of the only way you can play. Unless you are going to find that big
Radiant's
fight, it's all
top
about
tower
getting the
is
rat
under
action
attack.
on and trying to delay
Dire's middle
and find
tower
some farm
is
for
under
yourselves.
attack.
But as Slardar said, the jig is up.
And they've got like these wards that are in the lane. They've got vision down, this like sort of soft counter and an IO who can just run in there with spirits going.
They're actually smoking
Dire's
to those
middle
monkey
tower has
illusions.
fallen.
Wondering if he's going to
Radiant's
stick
top
around for that
tower
next
is under
wave, but now
attack.
they see the illusions. Well, yeah, they're going to check to see if he's in that top tree line. Unfortunately for Yellow Submarine, this will be a swing and a miss on this smoke gank.
They showed on the bottom for a second, so now they're gonna realize. It's so scary playing these games against IO.
Oh yeah, I want to shout out this ward too. That ward's really nice down bottom by SumaiL because it sees the tree jump too, right? When he's going between those two trees. That's a cheeky one. Oh well, it's gone. Bye bye.
They knew. They had an idea. miposhka's over here. He's trying to catch him.
Dire are scanning.
But SumaiL's gonna send out those illusions and then jump away. Doing everything they can to try and stall this game out.
He's still hanging out here. I mean, there's no TV for 15 seconds, so. SumaiL, jump away.
I mean, it's so ridiculously hard to find this Monkey King in the trees, you know? He's got, there's a really interesting build too of like the Manta into a Sculpture as for SumaiL.
Fortune.
It's like sort of got him some fighting potential, but then also that split push that we're seeing from the Manta, which is pretty cool.
I wonder how he plays it right here, always jumping down.
And immediately they got him. There is a relocate coming in, and it's gonna be about all he wrote, I think. SumaiL stunned, caught and killed. Can't get away from Sven.
Give him the wave.
Yeah. Been doing
Oh, they're trying to find the relocate. That's why they all smoked in here. They're gonna try and chrono them. There they go, but he missed.
Shake down the IO. Is it gonna be good enough? Ramzes gets the chrono, but he caught more.
On the Aegis ending.
And the rest of them. Oh my God! Trying to get out of there. Yatoro gets the beat down one time. There's a couple more swipes. No one in this. Backs away. And with the glimpse coin, the Sand King into position. I think the collapse is going to be able to beat him to death. Jigs up, and with all 5 dead, Yellow Submarine looking to take the tier 3 and maybe more.
Yeah, I expect Team Air to just GG out, honestly. Yeah, there it goes. I think this team knows when it's over. They like to call it when they feel like they've had their best chance at it, and that was certainly it. What a nice fight there from Yellow Submarine. The positioning of the IO to get away from the start of that perfect moment when the Void came back in. Sven, they had just lost the Aegis. That was actually the perfect timing for that Chronosphere. And then IO just on the outside with a cheat.